Hey everyone, so I'm back and I'm just going to do a simple nail art tutorial, and I'm going to be using some of my favourite products. So I'm going to be using Pacific is what it's called, art gel in blue. And then I'm going to be using one of, it depends when you watch this, it's up and coming in a couple of weeks, from the Candy Aurora Flash collection. And I'm going to be using something called Be Happy. So the first thing we've got here, we've just got like a peach colour builder gel on the nail ready. I'm going to come in using my long liner brush, and I'm going to use Pacific art gel because this is going to go on nice and thin. So I'm just going to start at the top, and I want to do a big long wave coming through with my liner brush, and then I'm just going to fill that in. So I'm just going to come around the cuticle area with my liner brush first. So I kind of like to frame what I'm doing, and then I'll fill it in with the gel that's there to keep the application really nice and thin. Okay. So then we come in and we can just fill this in. The HD Pro art gels are really highly pigmented. They've got a mid viscosity, so they won't run or move anywhere. They're one of my absolute favourite art gels. So bring that in. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same on the bottom left. And just bring that round. And then in addition, once I've just framed my little wave that I'm doing, I'm going to do an additional blue line as well. So I'm just capping around the edges. And I'm going to say this because it seems to be a bit of a thing. I always cap my gels, but I always file afterwards as well. And I never have had any issues. One of the reasons why you would cap with your gel is because all gels, even acrylics, we don't often see it, will shrink back slightly. So we cap it so that it doesn't pull back and show the end of the nail. Once the product's on and it's cured, if you was then to file afterwards, it really shouldn't make any difference with chipping, breaking or anything like that. The only reason you cap it isn't to seal the edge, because you would seal the edge with your top coat and stuff anyway. But if all the gel's fully cured and it's bonded well, there is no reason that you can't file. Okay, so again with the liner brush, we're going to come in. And this time I'm not picking up as much. You can see I've just got a small amount and it's nice and even. And I'm going to come in and I'm just going to follow that line, keeping an even space throughout. Okay, and then that will keep there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop this in the lamp and we're going to give it a full cure before we move on to our next colour. Okay, so now I'm going to use Casper. You can also use Snow White in the One or Dandelion in Colour It. You've got lots of options. I just, when I'm doing line work, prefer the thicker viscosity of art gel so it doesn't run or move anywhere and I get really crisp lines. So I'm just going to come in, and in between the blues, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a white line right in between. Okay, and then let's do a nice fine white line just right above next to the blue here. And I'm just going over to make sure that my lines are the same, so they're nice and even. And then we'll pop this in the lamp and give it a cure before we come in with our Candy Aurora. So I am using this beautiful colour here, and it's from our new collection. It launches on the 1st of April, so it depends on when you watch this, will depend on when it's out. But can you see? It's absolutely stunning. It's got like a tealy tone to it. So I'm going to come in with my brush. I'm going to pick up quite a lot. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to paint a nice thin layer over the blue. So the Candy Aurora colours always look better over a colour. The colour behind makes it pop. When we developed the Candy Aurora colours, we did it based on clear, because we found when we were trialing it out and we were using pigment with them, it just dulled the sparkle from it, and we wanted that sparkle to really shine and be reflective. And you could see the Candy Aurora colours in it with the flash. So I'm just going to come in. And this is why I like using the art gel as well, because it just gives you that really beautiful thin coverage that we need, and it won't make the nail bulky. So then I'm going to come in and then I'm just going to go over this blue line. Just a small amount. You can already see it is absolutely stunning and it sparkles beautifully. So let's go ahead, we'll pop that in the lamp for a full cure, and then we will pop our top coat on. So we're just going to run our top coat over. I'm going to put a thin layer on and just work into the little gaps where the lines are. And then I'll come back in with a heavier layer and then float this over just to make sure that it's all nice and smooth and that we don't have any lumps and bumps. Okay, so let's pop this in the lamp, and that is a full minute cure. So here's the finished nail with the top coat, and then let's just put our flash on so you can have a little look. Look at that, absolutely stunning. So this one that we've used was called Be Happy. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you all again very soon.